Shalom. My name is Jeremiah.
Hello, John.
Kaya.
We back again for another episode of the Heated Podcast. I'm glad you could be tuning in with us for another episode. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on all platforms, including Spotify and Anchor. You know, continue to grow with us as we grow with you. But today, you know, we got Jay listening in. So yeah, appreciate you, Jay, for stepping in. You know, well, listening in. Ain't nobody gotta say nothing, but you know, I'm glad you here listening in. You'll be here soon for another one. But the topic of today, Damar Hamlin. Now, Damar Hamlin, for the people that's been living under a rock out there, you know, is a safety for the Buffalo Bills, NFL, obviously. He recently was injured in a devastating way playing the Cincinnati Bengals. It was tragic. We ain't got to play the video. Y'all seen it hundreds of times now, but it was really bad, you know. So really, I just want to know. Also, before I even go to that, I'm hearing reports that he's actually doing better now. He made a full recovery, so they took him off the ventilator. He's breathing on his own. So, let's get a hand clap for that.
Yeah.
Let's do a hand clap.
Oh.
Hold on. What did it say on that paper? Oh, it say 15. I'm tweaking.
What are you doing?
Sorry, Damar. No disrespect. Let's get that right. Let's get a hand clap for Damar Hamlin's recovery.
Yes.
Come on. Start over. Come
My
on.
mistake.
Yeah.
We growing, man. We growing. No, but I heard he made a full recovery according to reports. So that's a blessing. I'm always for life, and I'm always for seeing somebody getting back to 100%, especially with that type of injury. You know, I had so many thoughts about seeing that, but I want to hear what you guys thought. What did you think? What were your reactions to the whole overall situation now that he's healthy again?
Well, my personal thoughts is like, you know, it says a lot because like I heard the injury. He went into cardiac arrest. He basically had a heart attack and he died on the field. Right. And it was sad to hear about because like, you know, he's young. So I believe me and him are the same age. Like we both 24. So it's like it says a lot. Like, you know, especially as young black men, we gotta start, you know, just take care of ourselves. Like, you know, look out. You know, any issues going on with the family, make sure like, you know, it's not related or goes down to us. We always gotta stay prepared and, you know, take care of yourself, you know. And it's unfortunate that something like that happened, especially when you're gonna play a sport that you love. And most players, they want to die. They are willing to die for the sport they love. And, you know, we get that, but when you see that literally and physically, it says a lot. Especially like I know he's gonna want to come back and come back as soon as possible. Especially since he just made a return.
Right.
So, I just, you know, can't wait to see him back on the field because I know he's gonna come back and be, you know, go crazy. So
That's
shout out
right.
to him.
That's right. What did you think about the whole situation?
I was just like, this can happen to anybody.
Right.
You know, at any time, not just playing football. Like, you know, they were talking about the phenomenon, like, of him being hit, like, in between, like, heartbeats threw his rhythm off.
Right.
So that's just crazy to me. Like, I've never, ever seen anything like that on national TV, let alone at a football game.
So
It was wild to me.
I was kind of shocked. I was really shocked. I'm glad that he's back to good health, good spirits. I'm glad that people were supportive. Well, most people were supportive.
yeah.
You know?
Right. we gonna get to that.
But yeah, I just, you know, thank God, you know.
That's right. Amen.
Thanks.
No, but my thoughts on it, you know, I was obviously glad that he made it back to breathing on his own, because you know it's crazy out there.
Yeah, when your heart stopped for that long, you
Crazy.
know, it's not easy to come back from that.
It's
you know?
wild.
Once your heart, once your heart like stop, it's like
No oxygen to your brain.
Right.
Like
Like,
you
you gotta-
basically could be brain dead. So for
Yeah.
him to make a
Gone.
full recovery, like God
That's-
is on your side.
miracles.
Nothing but the mercies of the Most High. That's all I can say.
Nice.
But like I said, one of my thoughts, cause I had like a bunch of thoughts on, especially when you see an injury like that.
Of course.
I had like a bunch of thoughts. For one, I started thinking about like all the types of injuries he had. Like not he had, all the crazy injuries I've seen over the years. Like you think about the guys like Kevin Wares. Remember Kevin Ware, the college player who went jumping out of bounds for the loose ball and snapped his shin in half.
I ain't know
You don't
about that.
remember
John,
that?
No.
John.
I don't.
I don't even want you to watch
people-
it. It's
I just know it's
bad.
been like
If
four.
y'all look
it's like
up
the
Kevin
fourth-
Ware,
yeah.
look at it at your
That's
own
a-
discretion.
Oof.
You look at guys like Kevin Ware. You look at guys like
Paul George.
Paul
Paul
George.
Jordan. Now, Paul Jordan.
Another one. We all saw that.
We saw that.
We saw that.
I saw that.
We all saw that.
Gordon
Bruh.
Hayward.
Yeah, it was
everybody.
bad. It was bad. Even now, this is the worst one I've
Whole
seen
foot off.
in my life. I've never seen. Not saying it was the worst, but literally the worst one I've ever seen. Like aesthetically, to me, the worst injury I've ever seen was an NFL player by the name of Johnny Knox. He used to play for the Chicago Bears back in 2011 to 2013. Basically, his whole back snapped. Like, you know how you bend this way? Imagine your back going this way. It's like, it's on some Final Destination type stuff. Like, you seen that episode? You seen that movie Freddy Krueger when the dude was laying in the bed and Freddy Krueger flipped the bed?
I know what you're talking
Or was
about.
that Jason? Who was that?
That was
Or was that Jason?
It was Freddie.
It was one of them. All I know, basically, dude back, instead of going like the natural bending down way, he's
Opposite way.
it was horrible. And imagine a 250 pound player jumping on you like that. That was the
Yeah.
worst one I ever seen in my life. But this one with Damar was a little different because, like you said, he literally wasn't breathing.
It was him making the tackle,
Right.
getting up, and then just passing out.
Yeah. And then it was a freak accident too. Cause like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, like you said, he made the tackle. It's like he can't look from the video I saw, it looked like his chest came down on the helmet because the tackle he made successful clearly. But it's like, it's an accident that was 1 in a million. It's like you couldn't even plan or scripted something like that. It was like, it was random. And then for him not to be breathing or nothing like that, my heart went out to that man. It was
quiet. Like,
dead
it was
silent.
dead silent.
Cause
I never seen
that's
nothing like
shocking. Like,
Yes.
I would have never thought I would see something like that.
Yeah.
Especially like I said, he that young. Like, you would never. It was good. It was a good tackle. Like, you would never.
Crazy.
No one saw that
It was
coming.
a great tackle.
Like,
It was a
for
great
real.
tackle. T. Higgins.
No, for sure. T. Higgins. I know T. Higgins. Like,
I know he's probably like, he has to think about
Yeah.
that too. Cause
Man,
it's
Yeah, they
like,
said they're gonna change that rule where at least the NFL, they said they're thinking about changing that rule where you can't run head first into the chest of a tackler, which I get what they're saying and I get what they're trying to make it
are they
safer.
gonna call that?
I don't
though?
know.
They don't call it.
no, but the thing about it, this is another because you said you had your like when it comes to like certain injuries. I was saying like it's probably gonna bring up like people gotta wear like different. They're gonna upgrade like
The safety.
protection and stuff like that. Just to like have somebody play safe because all this stuff, all the equipment evolved over time anyway. So
Have y'all
it's-
ever watched like a football game from like 1940 or
oh for
something?
sure,
Oh, yeah.
them pit skin helmets, they was
Like,
dying.
What?
They
was
was dying.
wild.
They was
Walter
dying.
Payton was a monster, but I know he had CTE. Rest in peace.
Had to. That's crazy.
'Cause he was literally
No.
cracking people's skulls open for
Oh,
real.
for sure.
He was a monster, but that ain't healthy to be just doing. You literally cracking people's heads open because you just bop head.
You don't wanna-
Head.
Bro, that's not good. Like, it's gonna lead into some like you gonna get dementia.
And this ain't a knock on the NFL.
So-
I ain't trying to knock the NFL because I ain't trying to get sued or nothing. But still, it's like that. You gotta first off, you gotta give credit to that medical team. Like, give a round of
Yes,
applause for
yes.
that. That medical team did a great job in getting them out of there. Because I mean, it's like they clearly planned for this or planned for something worse than this to happen because they got him. Like, if he was anywhere else, more than likely he would have been out of there.
Yeah.
As sad as it is to say, if he wasn't in the NFL, he more than likely would have been out of there. And then, like, another thing that came to my mind, I just started thinking about, like, being grateful to be alive for another day, being thankful. I feel like sometimes, not me personally, but even I can't be like that. I can't even say not even me. But sometimes in life, we take, like, the little things, some as small as breathing. Like, we don't understand how easy, like, just doing.
Not everybody can do that.
That's so it's so easy. We take it for granted. Or blinking, or moving your pinky. Like, imagine not being able to move your pinky. You can't
Imagine
pinky
not
swear.
having a pinky.
Imagine not being able to pinky swear. You can't pinky swear no more. You can't pinky up when you drinking. I don't think you can do okay. Like, you can't even do the Dr. Evil Austin Powers joint.
Oh my God.
You can't even do that, bro. Like,
You just
like-
got 4 fingers.
Yeah.
it's not.
Mm.
You got to take these things. You can't take these things for granted. So I just thought, like, life is too short. You can't take it for granted. And then, like, you can't waste life on being a goofy. You can't waste life making goofy comments. You can't waste life doing goofy things on social media.
Right.
Perfect segue. Goofy comments on social media. Skip Bayless, man.
Oh my God. Lord.
That's somebody that's wasting their life making goofy
God
comments.
help
And I
Skip
usually
Bayless.
rock with Skip, But can we pull up the tweet that Skip made? Skip Bayless.
Like, I just want to literally just point out where he said where it's a dash and he says, but how?
You want to read this, Kaya?
It says, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? Hold on, like he died.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
My man's died on the field.
Yeah, Skip.
And you talking about but how?
Yeah.
He said this late in the season. A game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which is suddenly so irrelevant. Don't try to clean it up with the suddenly so irrelevant. Why would
Right.
you put but how? You deserve to be dragged for that.
Right.
You deserve, the people in the it ain't nothing but comment, like people were just like retweeting it and just like, you deserve, your show deserves to go off the air.
Yeah.
Like, you're soulless. Like, look at all that. Look at
All
how
the
many.
views too. It got,
Oh God.
look at the comments.
You're a despicable old
I
man.
hope they
Shame
fire
on
you.
you. Like, really, for real.
This is super disrespectful.
All right, man. This Twitter. So
And then he got on
Yeah, that was crazy.
the show and he said, nobody had a problem with my tweet.
Yeah, that's what I was
damn
gonna pull
What
up
are we
next.
reading, Skip? What are we reading?
That's what I was gonna pull up too. I wanted to know. So basically, to answer this, do you think Skip was obviously you think Skip was in or out of line? I ain't gotta.
You don't gotta say that. You know he out of line.
What you think? You think he was in or out of line?
What?
Out
Come
of
on.
line. He always out of line
Yeah.
though. This
Out of
is
line?
not the
Is it-
first time that
Sean
Skip
Lane-
Bayless has been out of line.
Right.
This is the first time the world is probably checking him about himself because
Definitely.
they let a lot of stuff that Skip Bayless says go under the
Yeah, he
rug.
be saying
true.
disrespectful all the time.
Shannon is always screaming at this man
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not for no reason.
Yeah.
He
Still.
say stuff out the side of his neck
Yeah.
every day, and they just let it ride. They just
Oh,
let it
man.
ride.
Yeah. What you
He-
think, John?
No, he
In or out of line?
No, he out of line. Like, and then he try to be like try to clean it up, and then as soon as because he was salty when Shannon didn't show up, he was like, he was
Yeah.
like, you saw how he looked. He said he had to take that deep breath, like. So yeah,
He ain't got
my boss said something, and then as soon as Shannon got back on there, like he gonna start saying like no one had a problem, but your boss said you had to say something like, hey, it's getting looking kind of bad. You got to say something. to
Yes,
clean it up.
Right.
you just have to say something.
All right.
But it's like Shannon wasn't even gonna say nothing about it.
He was.
That's
I
the
feel
thing.
like it wasn't like.
But it's guilt. It's the guilt
Exactly.
behind it that's gonna make you say something about it. Like he said, I wasn't gonna address what you said on social media. Wasn't gonna do it. But since you guilty and you want to bring it up, you know.
That's true.
Facts.
Like my thoughts on it, whether he's in or out of line, clearly he's out of line. And this is coming from a person that
Clearly.
usually I agree with Skip on a lot. Me and him agree on a lot of things. Like I can just say it. Me and Skip, we think alike on certain topics.
You
Fine.
an antagonist.
and
You an
like
antagonist.
He toxic.
for one, no, I'm not. Don't put no label. I'm not toxic. People, I'm not toxic.
Right.
If y'all want to say just being me is toxic, go right ahead. I guess I'm toxic, but I'm not
You.
toxic.
You.
You know, I'm definitely me.
Man, if you
Now-
relating to Skip Bayless, you
No,
toxic, bro.
You can find some relatable things in everybody, in my opinion.
Right.
You know, if you're saying truth can come from anybody, no matter what they've done in
Yeah.
life.
That's factual.
You know,
Yeah.
like I even heard somebody try to say, Skip's a racist. Calm down.
Okay, I ain't
Skip's
gonna
not.
take that
I
far.
don't. Not saying Skip is not a racist, but I don't think he is a racist. I don't think he is. I just think, but what I do know, Skip is a narcissist. He's very narcissistic. Everything has to be centered around him. If it's not his way, it's the highway. Like even
Yes.
like it's just
How do you have a show with another person?
look at the show.
Stephen A.
Look at the show.
Well, man, can you imagine them together? Like,
You saw when it. Stephen A. always talking about it now. Like Stephen A. be hesitant to talk about it because he know what he went through with Skip. Like I said, I agree with Skip on a lot of things, but for you to say something like that, Skip, you was way out of line. You was way out of pocket, and shame on you. Like that shows like a lack of empathy. It was classless. It was tasteless. Why would you be talking about a game of importance? You can get a game back. You can play another game, but
they
you can't.
can reschedule.
You
it.
can't.
Definitely
You can't play
reschedule
this
it.
thing
Like,
called
come on,
life again. You get one chance at life,
Yes.
which is why I kept saying I was grateful for this. And unfortunately, sometimes in life, it takes the most extreme situations and the most extreme things to make you realize, understand the most simplest concepts, like just appreciating life.
Yes.
So, to Skip, you was way out of line. You was way out of pocket. You even saw, like you said, Shannon. Shannon didn't agree. Shannon didn't show up, but when he did show up, can we pull that clip up? We saw what happened. This goes into the narcissistic stuff I was talking about that Skip has. I know all about Skip, but I ain't gonna do that today. But can we roll the clip on when Shannon came
Come
back?
on.
Shannon Sharp.
So I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down. But I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down
Okay,
because I
but-
stand by what I tweeted.
Yeah, to say that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead,
Shannon's
let's go,
done.
Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting
Okay.
me.
Well-
You could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought-
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were gonna bring up
No,
this.
I was
Pause,
just going to say,
pause,
Skip,
pause,
I didn't want to
pause.
yesterday.
If you can. For the people that don't know, that's Skip Bayless. That's Shannon Sharp. They've been doing this show since 2016, I think, right?
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp, this is a man that's fed up. He's done.
Every day he's fed up.
You can tell every single day he doesn't want to do this
Skip
anymore.
tweeted something.
But this is a man that's clearly fed up. He doesn't want to do this, but let's continue. We can run it. We can run it. He's clearly done.
But I didn't want it.
Well,
yes-
time out. I'm not going to take it down
Okay,
because I
but-
stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me
Shane.
Okay.
finish.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting
Okay.
me.
Well-
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought-
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were gonna bring up
No,
this.
I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because
He
nobody
didn't.
here had a problem with that tweet.
No, clearly the bosses wanted you to offer explanations. So clearly,
No,
somebody
they
had a
did
problem.
not
What'd I
have.
say?
Nobody.
Let's
What
go,
did I
Jen.
say?
Shannon. I appreciate you.
Skip,
Yeah, I
please.
told Shannon's done, bro. He's mentally drained. He's done. And that's what I'm saying. That goes to show, like, I'm not just making this up. When I say Skip has a lot of narcissistic tendencies, he always thinks he's right. He always, like, if it has to be his way. Like, even when he said the bosses, didn't Skip on the episode where he said the bosses were upset or something like that? So now it's not because Shannon's checking you on that. It's like, can't nobody check him, can't nobody correct him. He's above reproach. You can't, and I'm not just for firing people just because they made a mistake, but it goes back to accountability. We're gonna name this show accountability eventually because we always bringing it up on every single episode. But it goes back to accountability. It's like
Hey,
you got to be accountable for what you say. You know, listen, we all make mistakes, Skip, but it's when you learn from your mistakes. And I feel like Skip is not a dumb guy. He knows what he's doing.
He know what he doing.
You know, he's been in the business for 40 years, longer than any of us were born.
You're not mindlessly tweeting,
Right.
but how? You're not doing that. You're
he
doing
gets
that
under the
because
skin. He know what to do.
He knows exactly. He's an expert at this. He's been in the game longer than any of us have been alive.
But
He knows exactly what to say, exactly what buttons to push. That's all he does is journalism. At least that's what a lot of these guys ain't even journalists no more. They're more just entertainers, if you want to be honest.
yes.
If you look at the landscape, they all got a agent that's like a I forgot what the type of agent it was. It's not a journalistic agent. It's more of like a entertainment agent. Because they're in entertainment. They done with the actual journalism. Nobody's really writing anymore. No one's actually putting out good pieces. No one's actually going down in these locker rooms talking to the players. Because for one, you can't talk to the players. You know what the players want to do to you. And then two, it's like, I guess the lie's more entertaining. You know, it's really like the lie's more entertaining. Like getting clickbait and hot takes instead of actually giving good information, which is what journalism is supposed to be about: giving
Yes.
good information, uncovering the truth, giving stuff that hasn't been heard, going and finding the things that we've never seen before, which is why it makes me appreciate guys, rest in peace, like Stuart Scott.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was like one of one. That
He was
guy,
gonna get to the bottom.
he was cool with the players, but he got to the bottom of it. Oh, even guys like Craig Sager,
Craig Sager.
Mhm.
rest in peace.
R.I.P. Craig Sager.
I was just
His
thinking
crazy
about
suits, but he rocked with the players
The
and he
man
got
had-
the
it.
information.
The man had drip.
He was original.
He was
It's like nowadays the only way you can get some attention or views is by
saying something out your
Crazy.
ass.
it's crazy.
Because like I said, we know what he know what he's saying. Because he been doing this for years. Been a man. He was on First Take doing this.
Yeah,
So you already know how he
And
coming.
First Take is just
yeah.
they
I
got
ain't been-
Kendrick Perkins on there. I don't like Kendrick Perkins either. Like, come on, he's terrible. I be like, I
Yeah.
be listening to him. I be
Speak
like,
your mind.
say something.
Speak your mind.
Say something else. Act like you was in the league.
Speak
Act like you
your
got some
mind.
sense.
You seen his tweets?
Please.
Speak
Please
your
don't get me
mind.
started. Please.
Oh
Like,
my god!
I just don't like that. Like, I want First Take to, when I wake up in the morning, I want it to be informative. I don't want
Yeah.
it to be overly opinionated.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
just be doing
It's not
anything on
journalism
there.
no more.
And then Molly sits there real quiet.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
And this,
And this is a female talking, y'all. This ain't just a man,
Hey.
just saying Molly. You know,
I feel
This is
like
her
she
talking.
should be more like, she gotta have
woman.
some sort of opinion herself. You feel me?
Wait, what?
See, he didn't like that. I knew
Wait,
he
see,
was-
we was going a good place, and then you. Never
Here
mind.
Here you go. Here you
Here you
go.
go.
I might
Hey,
have been
get
on
him.
that. I might have been on that. It's whatever.
Get him.
No, I'm just saying. No, but you right. It's like the journalism nowadays. The scope of journalism really ain't what it used to be, in my opinion. But that's what we here. We here to uncover the truth. We here to say the things respectfully
Respectfully.
when it's called.
It's not try.
But sometimes if the
Shit.
truth is disrespectful, it's the truth. It's whatever. We gonna say that. We're not gonna back down from saying the truth. It was the truth, and you get offended by it. That's your fault. You get mad at the truth. You can't. If I say 4 + 4 is 8, and you think it's 7, and you want it to be 7, but I keep saying it's 8, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the mathematician that made this, or whoever made that. I didn't make this.
Don't hate the game.
They gonna try to change numbers eventually. I'm telling you.
What the hell am I talking about?
You try to say something deep,
Don't
and
hate
it
the
didn't work out.
No,
Like,
don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what I'm trying to say.
this is why we talking about. You know what I'm talking
Shut
about.
up.
I'll be telling you to stop.
Shut up.
I'll be telling you
You
to
don't
stop.
know me. You don't
You
know
gotta
me.
chill.
You gotta chill.
You gotta
You don't
stop.
know me. You don't know me.
But
That's a shot.
you know, I feel like I said, Skip can be above reproach. But which leads me to my next. It's still on Skip. Do you think Undisputed is over as we know it?
No.
Nah.
Why? Like, go to it.
I mean, this isn't the worst thing to happen. I mean, Undisputed. The best thing that can go right, or the worst thing that can happen right now is just a new co-host. That's literally what's gonna happen. Either Shannon gonna walk, or they just gonna fire Skip. So that's either like they did with First Take. Skip walked, so got a new co-host. It
Skip
wasn't
got
that
the
hard.
clout though. He got the clout to go get a bag just like that.
I mean, both of them got their bag equally, so it's like, hey,
They get into it every day.
Yeah.
for sure.
They scream at each other every day.
Stephen A, especially Stephen A, as a black man.
They
should
work
be
him to death
ashamed.
though. They work him to death.
Oh, that man talking about making more money for your bosses. Make some money for yourself.
I might even hit a diss Stephen A today because Stephen A know what I got for him. Believe me, the people that know me know what I got for Stephen A. Stephen A better chill, bro.
Talking about Stephen A. better chill.
He better chill. Like,
He been
for
in the
real.
game a long time.
But
For sure.
yeah, he's
He
an
been in the
OG.
game
He's
a
still an
long
OG.
time. He
an
OG.
But
Definitely
he
OG.
OG. But
Respect it.
you know, he be
He
be
has
having
his moments.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has his moments.
He be having his
Nah, for
moments.
sure.
I be
No.
like, what you
Yeah.
say?
But what you think though? You think Undisputed is over as we know it, or you think it's still gonna go?
I think it'll still go. It's gonna take something maybe deeper than what we can see, like from
Yeah.
the public eye, for one of them to walk. Because
Mhm.
even behind Skip's tweet, like they still got views. Like
Yeah.
they still got ratings.
That's what I hate about it though.
Yep.
People are gonna still tune in because they're like, let's see what Shannon gonna say. to
Everybody like
Skip.
drama.
Yes.
And
Everybody eats drama for
and,
sure.
uh,
Sad.
By the way, on top of that, it's like, the world still gonna keep moving. So another story, once this story died down, another story gonna come back up. So it's like, there's always gonna be something new to talk about, regardless, because probably 5 months from now, y'all probably gonna forget. But it's just pay your, you know what happened. It's in history books. Now you know this can happen now. So just like you said, Jermaine, learn from your mistakes, move on. Be the best you can be. So
Yeah.
That's
all
what
you
I'm
can do.
saying. Like, I don't think I'm not gonna say Undisputed as a show. Like the name Undisputed is gonna be done. But as far as like what it was when it first, you remember when Undisputed first came out, I was like, oh yeah, this finna take over. This finna take over. Like the way Undisputed was getting their rate, not just their ratings, but their content. Cause like I knew about Shannon Sharp, but I didn't know too much. Like I knew he was a football player and tight end, he was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he was this good with the camera. Like I didn't know he was that good on TV. Like he had this type of personality. You seen like the what's the Black and Miles,
Uncle Sharp.
Oh
the
my
drink.
God.
I was like, what?
The Clippers pack.
I mean, how much?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That man bring the Duce on the set. That man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that with this
Skip
channel.
was wearing
I'm doing it
Jordans.
with this.
Like,
Yeah, it
this
was
is crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Skip, he got the drip too. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
what's
He
ma-
got
crazy.
the-
That
That's-
show is crazy.
Bro. That's
Nigga,
why I
this
say,
bro, shoe game.
bro, this is why I said Skip can be narcissistic. I'm still gonna answer the question, but this is why I can say
Mhm.
Skip has he's possibly a narcissist. Because have you noticed, like every time it's like I don't have a problem with competing because I'm a competitive person. But it's like every time Shannon do something, he try to outdo him. Like Shannon got the drip. Here come Drip Bayless. You got the shoes. you got the chain.
I mean.
You trying to be like, yeah, I got that too, Shannon. You're not the only guy. Shannon takes off his shirt on Instagram and social media showing he got muscles. Skip want to take off his shirt. Like, I work out too. He getting into Jenny Tabs talking about some, I work out. And she's like, you shouldn't be talking about people that's fat or something like that and out of shape because everybody's not as in shape in you. But it's like, he always trying to one up somebody, which is very narcissistic in my opinion.
You see who we hang around?
Who?
A lot of rappers.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he just irritating.
That's my only thing. Like,
He's
Skip,
a bug.
He's very, and that's why I feel like the show Undisputed, in my opinion, maybe it may not end today. It might not end tomorrow. But eventually, and I'm not looking for their downfall, but I just want my brother to be happy. My brother, I mean Shannon Sharp. I want that man to be happy because I feel like I can see the talent that man got. I didn't know he was that good on the mic. I didn't know he was that good on the camera. I didn't know this type of personality, like I said. And I feel like Skip's narcissistic ways and his like denial and lack of accountability is gonna eventually push Shannon away. You gotta understand, like, to my knowledge, Shannon doesn't have a deal with Undisputed. He has a deal with Fox Sports. So Club Shay Shay, all that, he can do that by himself. Club Shay Shay is bigger than Undisputed. At least getting to that level now. Would you say that?
It's warming up.
You see all the guests he be having, so yeah.
They all rock with him. He get love, like some good. I love that Deion Sanders interview. He got some good interviews.
I did not know Deion Sanders lost a toe.
Oh yeah.
I did not know.
And you see the jokes he was cracking on, oh boy.
Man, this man funny. It's a lot of stuff I didn't know. Like, that's why I know,
Yeah, it was crazy.
Shout out.
Caught that man Kunta. I was like, no.
Yeah, that's
No.
crazy. That's crazy.
Shannon, you got personality, bro. So I feel like that show, like I said, it may not end today, it may not end tomorrow, but it's on a downturn. Some changes are not made. Shannon, the only reason I would say, at least all the people I know watch that show now is largely due to Shannon.
Yeah. I would say the drama too, because I can't lie. I may say I don't like drama, but when they argue, you can't lie.
It's funny.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Or when they talk about Russell Westbrook. Have you ever seen that? You gotta go on YouTube and watch it.
When he talk about LeBron.
When they talk about LeBron, oh my God. Oh my God.
This man, Shannon Sharp. Yeah. Go James. Go James.
He came in with that goat man. Goat. I'm like. And I rock with Shannon. I couldn't get jiggy with that. Shannon, you was out of line.
Had that jersey on.
Jay sent me a picture with this man with Shannon had a LeBron James cover and everything. He's sleeping with the cover and the pillow.
Nah, you crazy.
Yeah, he a super fan boy for that one.
He a super fan. It's like,
but you see, you don't be talking about it like that no more. He be real quiet nowadays on Brian. We gonna get to Brian. Maybe not this episode, but future episodes.
Soon. Real soon.
Real soon. Facts.
But
yeah.
No, largely in part, like I said, I guess we'll end it out unless nobody got any other comments. But I'll say like this. I'm glad Damar Hamlin is making a recovery. I'm glad he's going back to his family. And like I said, it's not always important. Even if he doesn't make it to the NFL again, because that's not my main concern. My main concern was that Damar has a great standard of living. That's more important. Because like I said, you only get one life. You can play a game multiple times, but you can't play this game called life again. So, like I said, much prayers, and I'm glad Damar Hamlin is better, and I hope he continues to improve and get better. I want to say what to say.
Just to everybody that's listening, just take care of yourself. Nothing wrong with going and get a physical every once in a while.
Yeah.
Check on your health.
With a physical.
That'll save your life.
I mean, it's good to know.
No, you're right.
You gotta update yourself.
I didn't think about it. You're right. No, you're right.
Even though it's been a minute, I ain't gonna lie. I need a physical
I just
myself.
got one today. They said my white blood
I'm
cell
due for one.
count was too high. Put my medical
And he needs
information
some
out there.
superfoods.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
For
Needs
real.
some superfoods and
This
some
man
iron or
don't, this
something.
man don't even eat. He don't eat no broccoli. He don't like.
Oh no.
he don't like
You don't eat broccoli?
he don't
No,
like
I do eat
fruits.
broccoli.
He
I eat rice though. I eat a lot of rice. That's my problem.
all
Probably.
that starch.
Yeah. I gotta chill. But no, what was your closing words?
But yeah, just take care of yourselves. Just look out for yourself. Make sure you take care of the number one team star player, which is you. So especially
Man.
this year, it's coming 2023.
What's your closing?
Crazy.
I just cherish your moments for
Definitely.
real, because you don't get a whole bunch of them. When you look back, you do not get a whole bunch of them.
That's
So make the most of your moments. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your family. stressors, all that. Just yeah.
That's real. Well, this has been another great episode. My name is Jeremiah.
Well, John.
Kaya.
Heated Podcast. Tune in.
The producer.